leadership ability, which has really gotten to sort of legendary proportions, how Lynn and Christy talk about that. For somebody who had to really battle, for what you've gotten, how do you sort of translate that to being a leader in this league, especially for a team like this?
I mean, first off, Tamika Catches, just being there my rookie year with Tamika Catches and Breon January, just seeing how she, led our locker room and how she went about her business on and off the court. I am 9 years in, so I've been around a couple of leaders to kind of take some gems from. I think for me, with my whole journey, I think I just appreciate everything. Like, I don't take anything for granted. And I also don't run away from hard things. I run towards it. So for me, I think with me having those abilities, it just make me appreciate things. And as far as my leadership, just being able to, how can I say, not always, just take everything with a grain of salt, because ultimately everybody is always trying. So my mindset is like, okay, to be a leader is to understand people and to know that my teammates, my coaches are always trying. So I always just try to have that mindset to know that everybody's always trying.
Tony.
Erica, last year Christy talked a lot about how young the team was, a lot of first and second year players. This year with playoff goals, that's not as relevant to you. What does that require her changing a little bit about her coaching style, and what does that require of you as a veteran player?
Coach is going to be coach. I can't tell you what changes she need. I trust her. She's my leader. So whatever, decision she makes, I'm going to rock out with it. And for me as a player and as a leader, I think this year what's so great about it is that it's easy to lead because everybody has a year under their belt. You don't have to say things twice because they went through it already. All the kinks are kind of out. So for me, I think my job is a lot easier this year. And for me, like, as you know, I think it's been on social media, it's been all around the world, it's been talked about, it's we before me. And that's just the type of person I am, and that would never change. So I think just having that mindset just kind of fixes a lot of things.
Lou, go ahead.
Along those lines of what you just said, the we before me, and a few minutes ago saying, in 9 years of your journey, it makes it sound like you said you've seen everything.
Yeah.
And is that what you can impart to the younger players who are seeing things for the first time? Can you tell them you're going to run across this kind of an event, this kind of an off-ball, oddball thing or out of the way? I mean, and educate them, before it happens to them maybe?
I think it's almost like when you're a kid, your parents tell you these things will happen when you grow up, but you have to experience it. I think I can give them all the gems and all the tools, but they still have to experience it to understand it. And of course, I'm gonna try to do my best to not allow them to make as much mistakes as possible, but they gonna have to make mistakes in order to learn. And I think that's how you learn, just experiencing things. So yeah.
Michelle, go ahead.
Michelle Steele from ESPN. You've seen it all. You just said you've seen everything. Have you seen a phenomenon like Caitlin Clark and the attention that she's receiving right now? How does that impact the team, either on or off the court?
I think we figured that out the first day she announced that she was coming out. But like I've been telling everybody, for the more that she's who she is, the world see her as who she is. She's a kid. Like, she's super humble, very selfless. She's not selfish at all, don't have an ego. And you would think, I think the natural thing that people would think that because you have so many eyes on you and so many people respect you, you will have this cockiness about you. She just has this energy about herself that makes people want to be better around her. But she doesn't have I'm this or I'm that. When I walk through, move out the way. She doesn't have that type of energy. So for us, I love it. And I think a lot of stuff been going on social media that I've been just praising her and she's been praising me. But honestly, she's a great kid. And I think people just see her as the great basketball player that she is, but ultimately she's a great kid.
Then we go on Zoom for a few. Blake, you want to start? Then we go to Lucas.
This is Blake from Blake's Take. What's the best advice you've given Caitlin since she's joined the team?
Honestly, I just been telling her, be yourself. Don't do anything outside of yourself. Keep doing the things that got you here. Her personality speaks for herself. She's kind of corny. Don't tell her I said that. But also, like I said, just being herself, do everything that she's done to get to this point. Don't change. Continue to be who you are.
Lucas, go ahead.
Hi, this is Łukasz Muniowski from Poland. So you've been killing it in our country for a number of years now. And what keeps you coming back, Poland, and especially to Polkowice?
Oh man, Polkowice is a second home to me. I love Poland. The people love me. We also win championships there, so I'm never, trying to run away from that. And also the head coach Carl. He's probably will be one of my lifetime friends. He's a great coach. He's a player coach that understands the game and to understand that, sometimes coaches not always right, which Christy have that same type of mentality that they listen to their players. And for me, when I can have a coach that allow me to be myself and allow me to control certain things in certain moments and be a leader without always having his guidance or her guidance, I'm my best self. And I thrive off when a coach trusts me. And Carl, he really do trust me a lot. That's why I keep going back. And so I love Poland.
I'll go to Sean next on Zoom.
Hey, Eric, it's Sean Schultz, WMU Swish. What's your favorite thing about your teammates off the court?
Right now, I think we have a great personality as a team, as a collective. Aaliyah Boston does start a lot of things when it comes to TikTok and dancing. And typically, it would be hard for all of us to get to do a TikTok or dance, but she's finding her way to get all us on board. She's doing a great job at it. So I will say our personality is pretty fun. Nobody's really closed off. We all can laugh with each other. We all can hang out with each other. And I think that's what's going to make beautiful basketball because we building a family culture early.
Then we got one more in the room now. Mike, whoever's got the microphone. Can we pass it up to the front? Thank you, Michelle.
Eric, what is the hardest part for young guards?
I would say for the point guards, I think the game is fast. And then we get so much information as point guards. It's not only our job to know what we're doing, it's our job to know what our coach wants. It's also our job to know where everybody else at on the floor before we start anything. That's the 2, that's the 3, that's the 4 and the 5, and be able to know where I need to go. So I think the transition from college to pros, it's just fast. You get a different play every other day. You get a different scheme every other day. And then also I think the language, the basketball terminology is the same, but most people would say, dribble the ball diagonal across the court. But for us, it's cross Main Street. It's just the same thing, but the terminology is just different. And I think it's just hard sometimes to just translate and pick it up super quick because, like I said, it changes every game. Oh yeah, we have to. I spent a lot of time with Christy on it, and sometimes we try to change it up to keep it super simple as possible because when the terminology get too long, it's kind of hard to remember.